but Ted Becker is here tonight, and he's going to fill in for Paul for the quick tip of the evening. Ted, thanks so much for doing this on such short notice.
No problem. Glad to help out. I'm going to share my screen and okay. What you see here is, excuse me. What you see is a couple things I made with foam core. On the left is a little tray I use for storage stuff. On the right is a building mock-up I made. And I want to point out the difference in the corners. You notice, I don't know if you can see my little hand there. You notice this corner is the raw edge. But on this corner over here, in spite of the sloppy glue job, you can see that the paper meets nicely at the corner. And how I do that is with this tool. It's called a balsa stripper. It's made by a company named Master Air Screw. Micromark has them. Horizon Hobbies has them. Any hobby supplier that deals with model airplanes stuff has them. As you can see, it's screw adjustable for the width of the cut. I find it very useful for a lot of other stuff in model railroading, cutting strips of masking tape. You can even cut strips of basswood, styrene. Anyhow, for this application, you set the width of the cut to the thickness of the foam core. Then you set the depth of the blade to about, I don't know, about 3/4 of the way through the foam core. And you can adjust the depth a little bit by the way you move it. You can't see the cut very well here. I was in a hurry. Jim emailed me and I put this together in about 15 minutes, so excuse me. Anyhow, then what I do after I cut through the paper with the balsa stripper, I take an X-Acto knife and cut through the foam. Then take a chisel blade, clean it out down to the paper. Don't gouge the paper, just slice the foam off. If you buy the cheap foam core, the Dollar Tree stuff, or you can get the same stuff for 88 cents at Walmart. The foam strips off the paper a little easier on that foam core. The little better quality foam core that you get at the craft stores doesn't peel off as easy, but it's still quite doable. And then you just do this lap joint. You use whatever glue you like to use. I use Titebond 2 yellow glue a lot. I've used hot glue. Doesn't matter, but you just overlap the paper over the end of the other foam core. It gives you a nice strong joint. If you're doing something like the building mock-up, you can cut to the size you want. You don't have to compensate for the thickness of the foam core, so it works out to your final result works out to be the exact size you started with. So it's a very handy way to do foam core. Makes nice, neat, strong joints, and that's my tip for today.
Well, on short notice, I think you did an outstanding job, and I think that was an important tip.
Well, I've got to confess that, I was on the hook to do this for the last Wednesday of the month. I think you had asked me to.
Yep.
And so I had the idea in my head. All I had to do was get some pictures taken. So I was halfway there.
Well, thanks so much, Ted. We appreciate it.
So you say you want me to do it again Wednesday?
Yeah, because I'm not,
I'll-
Paul's not sure that he's going to be back from his family issues. So if you don't mind, I appreciate it.
I'll fill in